everybody, welcome back to my channel. Now today, as you notice, I tried to look like an alien, pink alien princess, but instead I look like a celebrity from the early 2000s. Just ignore that and just know that that is not what I was going for. And number two, no candles. Why? Because today's video is not like 100% spooky or anything, but it is going to be about dreams. I had a weird dream last night. That's not the one I'm going to be talking about, but I thought I would share the different types of dreams with you guys just to get an idea of what you can do in your dreams or what your dreams mean and things like that. And then I will tell you some of my scariest dreams, but you'll have to wait till the end to find out what that is. The first type of dreaming is daydreaming. Now, we all know what daydreaming is. You kind of wander off in your thoughts and you're not so much focused on what's in front of you or what's going on, you know, me in high school, but you're not really focused on what's going on in front of you. You just start staring off and you go into deep thought and you just think about whatever you want, whatever is in your imagination. And I daydream a lot, but that's me. The second kind of dream is just regular REM sleep, where you just dream. Now, there is a different type of dreaming. One is lucid dream. Lucid dreaming is where you either wake up in the dream or something happens in the dream while you realize you're dreaming, and you can do almost whatever you want, really. I have never been able to lucid dream, which is so frustrating because it sounds honestly like so much fun. Like, you could fly, you could have superpowers, you could go make out with whatever celebrity you want or anything. I guess you're supposed to be able to look at the sky or look at some writing, and it's not supposed to look right. But every time I've had a dream and I look at the sky, I did that in my dream, and I was like, oh, I'm dreaming. But that was it. Like, just went right away, and I just continued dreaming like I wasn't in a dream, and I didn't do anything special. Like, for some odd reason, I cannot control anything that happens in my dream or my subconscious, and I really don't understand why. But I'd probably need therapy to figure out why, and I don't want to do that. The second type of dream is one we all, or at least most of us all, don't like to have, and that is a nightmare. Now, I have had a lot of nightmares, and probably because of my anxieties, like, it will all build up in my mind all day or for a period of time, and it will all just build up in my subconscious, I think, and it comes out in my dreams. And they are never good. Like, everyone's had the nightmares where, you know, like, you're running, but either whatever's chasing you, like, just you can't seem to run away from it. Mine is my legs will just go slower and slower and slower until they're like rocks, and I just cannot move them, and I'll end up like crawling on the floor. One time I had a dream that I was trying to crawl away from an alligator, and I just couldn't do it. But then right before it gets you, you know, you wake up, and they're just my anxiety already. It's just too much. And we've all had the nightmare where, you know, you're falling and falling and falling, and right before you hit, you wake up. Some people, I guess I have read, like that. I do not. I think I've only had that type of dream twice, and I didn't like either of them at all. Not at all. And then, you know, obvious other type of nightmares could be just anything that frightens you at all. Another type of dreaming is a reoccurring dream, which is a dream that you have over and over and over again, either the same dream or sort of different dream, but the same context like happens in the dream, and most of the times those are supposed to mean something. Now, you can Google what they mean most of the time. Like, I know there's one where if you have a reoccurring dream where you're like naked in school, that means like you're feeling vulnerable about something, I think, or you're trying to hide something and you don't want to be exposed. And then with your teeth falling out, I think is supposed to mean that you're having something very stressful happen. I don't know. I should look these up. And there's lots of other different reoccurring dreams that can happen. And like I said, I will tell you guys my very odd one later. Now, there are a few other types of dreams. Dreams about healing, prophetic dreams, or life-changing dreams. But I think those aren't like so common, so I won't get into those. But you could definitely look those up and look into those. They are kind of interesting. But I wanted to take the time to tell you guys a few of my nightmares. I'm going to start from way back as I can remember for a nightmare. Like, I have 3 that I vividly remember from my childhood that just terrified me. And the first one was I got off the school bus to go to a friend's house. Just normal, regular day outside. It was all nice and sunny, and I have my backpack on, and I'm walking slowly up to her house, and I'm looking around, and I see like big spiders. They're like, you know, regular big spiders. Like they're not giant spiders, but they're regular spiders, but they're pretty big. Like, for some odd reason, her driveway was really, really long, and it took me a while to get up it, but, you know, it was out in a field, an open field, and her house was, like, kind of in the middle of nowhere. But I was looking around, and I was like, wow, okay, that's a big spider over there, that's a big spider over there, and over there, but, like, you're outside, you're gonna see spiders. And then I walk into her house, and I'm like, there's a spider up in the corners. Every corner of the wall has a spider, and everywhere I look, the walls would suddenly have more spiders on it. Everything would have more spiders and more spiders. She had a fish tank, and this is the part I really remember, that the fish tank was full of, like, underwater spiders somehow, and, like, they would be on top of the water, but they would use their web to go down in the water, and I looked on the floor, and all the spiders were coming closer and closer and closer to me, and I was, like, frozen in fear with my backpack on, and almost as all the spiders got to me, I woke up. And I remember that so much, and since then, spiders have freaked me out so bad. Like, I used to not be so bad with spiders, but after that, it was just, ugh, I don't want to touch any spiders. My next dream I had is actually kind of weird. Now, I do like ghosts and spirits and stuff, but I'm not one to watch scary movies. I think I have only ever voluntarily watched 2 scary movies. One was about this haunted house that a bunch of people went in, and I think it's actually just called A Haunted House. It wasn't that bad. It was kind of more gory than scary, but I was like, The only part that freaked me out the most about that was this girl was brushing her hair and, like, a ghost started braiding it. I don't know how bad that would freak me out, but that weirded me out. But that movie wasn't that scary. And then I watched one of the Chucky movies, or a part of it. It was just on the TV. I don't know, I just don't see a doll coming to life, and I kind of thought they were actually pretty funny. Like, he's so crude, and I was only, like, 12, so I was like, the doll said a swear word. Like, and those movies didn't freak me out, but, the one that did scare me, my friend made me watch, and she knew how I felt about horror movies, and she made me watch it anyway. And I think it's called Wrong Turn. Very scary. But I've never voluntarily ever watched any horror film. Like, it's just too much with my anxiety. In this dream, I was outside one of my best friend's house, and we were just playing outside. And I'm looking around, and I look up at the house, and I look up at the sky, and it's nice and pretty blue. And like I said earlier, like, I looked up at the sky, and it was fine, so I don't understand the thing that if you look up at the sky in your dream, it's supposed to be not right, because that was just fine. And I looked up. She was just playing around with both outside with some dolls, and then this gust of wind comes, and it goes through the trees, and her mom opens the door, and she says,
get inside now.
And she says my friend's name. I'm not going to say it on here, but she says my friend's name. She's like,
get inside now. You both have to get inside right now.
as she drops the doll and runs inside, and I'm just like standing there like, why? Why do we have to go inside? It's just some wind. I don't understand. And then her mom's just looking at me, and she's like, and she just shuts the door because whatever it was, she didn't care. Like, she's like, I'm gonna die, you know, you're too stupid to come inside, bye. And then she shuts the door, and I'm just standing outside, and I look across the street, and the wind goes through this guy's yard, and he just like turns, and he's like this, and he turns and looks at me, and he just like drops, and he's like dead, I guess. I was like 11 when I had this dream, and he's just like dead, and I just looked off into the distance and just saw the wind and in all the trees like coming more towards me, and I woke up right before the wind got to me. And I've seen this movie where it's like kind of the same thing. I'm pretty sure there's this scary movie where the wind either like kills people or makes people go crazy and they kill themselves. I thought of that when I was so small, and I had to be like 11, and I don't know when that movie came out, but like I could have thought of that movie, could have wrote it, could have produced it, could have done all this stuff, but no, it just freaked me out so much that I remember it to this day. Like, scarred me so bad that that's one of the nightmares I remember so vividly. And my last nightmare that I'm gonna talk about is, I don't remember the whole thing, but I remember I used to eat, you know, the Marshmallow Fluff, like the Fluffernutter stuff. I used to eat it. I used to sneak it out of the cupboard and bring it into my room and just eat it, just right with a spoon, right into my mouth. And that is so bad, kids. Don't do that. That sounds awful. But I would do that, and then I went right to bed. And this was the very last time I did that, because I swear that it caused this dream. I don't remember what I was doing, like at the beginning of the dream, but I was cooking with my mom, and we're just in there, she's cooking, she started boiling some water. I think we were gonna cook spaghetti. She's boiling the water, and it's just this huge pot, like I don't know who she's cooking pasta for, but it was for a lot of people. And she starts boiling this huge pot of water, and I'm just staring at the water, staring at it, and it starts to boil and bubble, and I just stick my hand right in it. I have no idea why I would ever do that, and I was very young in this dream too. I think they all happened around the same time, but I stuck my hand into the pot of water and pulled it out, and it didn't hurt, but I remember, oh, there's a chipmunk outside. Hello, friend. Get out of my garden though. I stick my hand in the boiling water, pull it out, didn't hurt at all, but I felt something like right here, and I looked down, and it just looked so real too, and it was like I had another arm, but this is like the embarrassing, like super odd part of the dream that I was debating whether to tell this one or not, because this part is so weird. But I looked down, and it's another arm, but it's very thin and like super purpley pink, and at the end of it, it's like a Mickey Mouse glove hand. And it freaked me out so bad when I looked out and saw it. I remember waking up like, look, is there another arm? And I just like looked down, and there was nothing there, and like the relief I felt that I did not have a third arm with a Mickey Mouse hand attached to the end of it was so relieving. Like, that was the weirdest nightmare I've ever had. Thank you guys for watching, and that's all I wanted to talk about today. Let me know about your strangest nightmares, most odd, reoccurring dreams, anything you want to let me know about your dreams in the comments below. Let me know if you can't lucid dream as well, because that would be nice to know I'm not alone. Please like this video, give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Please, please, please subscribe to my channel. And just, I really hope you guys enjoy my videos. I actually love making these type of videos. It's been so much fun starting up this channel, and I really hope anyone watching this also appreciates the content I'm putting out. So that's it, and I will talk to you guys next time.